Hey everybody, welcome back to a new episode of Gravity Well Research. Today we're going to be looking at another hurricane. This time I believe it's Hurricane Teddy. So first thing what I'll do is I'll zoom in onto the Gravity Well map. Or before I do that, let's get a quick summary of what the Gravity Well map is for anyone who's a first time viewer. Here is what we have is a Gravity Well map. And you can see how it differs from the regular map, which I'll show you now. So these are the traditional lines of a regular map. You can see the equator is probably one you're familiar with. The tropic lines, these ones are calculated with the equinox and what. And then you have the Arctic Circle lines, and then the prime meridian line that divides it all in half. Anti-meridian and the prime meridian. So, how my map differs is it actually has two of these lines in common, and the measuring points of the tropics and the Arctic Circle lines it also uses. The only difference is my map also includes a line that's halfway between the tropic and the Antarctic Circle. So a line there, and then same with the north, a line halfway between the two. And you see how the equator line is a full circle around the entire globe, and so is the meridian line, the anti-meridian or the prime meridian. So you would say that by face value these look like the only lines on the map that are full circles. But if you actually take these lines at the top and the bottom of the globe, each one of these white lines is also a full circle line. And in ancient mapmaker terms, they used to call these great circle lines because they do a full circle around the globe. The rest of the lines, however, on the globe, you can see get smaller and smaller and smaller. So the ones on the side, they actually get smaller. And that's what's different in traditional maps. So I'll go back to the old school map. If anyone's seen the map by Piri Reis, you'll be familiar with Great Circle maps. His was also one where every line on it is a full circle, not just the equator and the prime meridian. So let's go to that. Right, here you can see, now the lines that I have in common is the equator and the prime meridian. But I've also added in another meridian line up the center. And the difference you can see on mine is that each line is a full circle, not just the equator. So when you get the measuring points of the tropics, it also makes them a full circle too. And then this is the line map that you're left with. You can see that it illustrates exactly where all the major gravity wells are around the planet. Large gravity well there, it's diverted the Earth. Large gravity well there, diverted Earth. Large one there, it's diverted Earth. This one I believe has diverted this spot, so I'm not sure what's happened here. Some sort of global catastrophe has happened here at one point. I believe it's the Ice Age. I'll show one evidence for it. This is one map that I've used to show what the continent used to look like. It used to be a full cube at the top before this part got smashed. And I won't cover it in today's episode, we'll do it on an Ice Age special. But as that's a clue, the Ice Age is why this part is smashed. So anyways, the gravity well was not able to smash the land here, but it was able to create a large desert. The gravity well here has shaped the tip of Southeast Asia and India. The gravity well here has scarred the bottom of the ocean. The only ones it wasn't able to map here was the center of Antarctic. And I'm assuming something is located there. Maybe research in the future will show it. So yeah, you can see that gravity wells tend to have a pattern where they push land away near them, and in the process end up shaping the continent. It's really evident around Australia. We can see the ring of fire. Definitely has a neat pattern around it. Large space of open air. You can even see the ocean floor, how it often illustrates where the gravity wells are located. This is the Zealandia gravity well. It's a boot-shaped continent that's much larger than Italy, although it does have the same shape. There's Zealandia for you. Now, if I had to terraform the planet, I would relaze Zealandia. The opposite of Zealandia is the Atlantis Ridge. Recently ring chain of islands that submerged. It was named Schwabenland by the Nazis that discovered it. Ah, here it is, the Schwabenland Seamount. So, that's Schwabenland. Alright, so that's a little bit of a brief history about how gravity wells work. They also are great for showing earthquake patterns. We'll get that next time we have some major earthquake news. But for today's news, we're mainly going to be looking at the weather. So I'll bring that up on the gravity well next map, so we can see how it is affecting it. Here on Google, I've noticed that here we can see this storm, and there's a little bit more activity. So I figured I'd open up the National Oceanic website to get some information. But before I do that, I'll just do a quick spin and show you guys how you can help support my show. You can see here, this is the Bitcoin lottery. And it's a lottery website that uses casino type games, betting for like sports and such, lottery tickets and all sorts of other contests that uses Bitcoin. Anyone could join this. And the nice part is they give every of the members a free spin every hour, so you can get a little bit of money to try out betting. Alright, here we go. Let's do a spin. I'm at 25,024 Satoshi. Boom, 25,042 Satoshi. Woohoo! Alright, thanks everyone who's been helping to do my Bitcoin spins. It really means a lot to me and helps keep the show going. And once you start doing it, you can start doing the referral program and share it on your websites and stuff as well. So I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Alright, next we will go and check out the screen for the government website that shows the information on the weather. Let's go there next. Alright, here's the NHC NOAA.gov. It's got the information on the storm. One is called Beta, Teddy, and Wilfred. So that's where you can see those. Let's go back to Google Earth and see what it looks like. See? There we can see, there's Wilfred, here's Teddy, and here's the Beta. Some of you might be referred to as Beta. No, I'm just kidding. Sure, my viewers don't have many Beta amongst you. Oh, and there's also another storm that is some sort of lower category that's by the Azores. That's this here. The Azores is actually an island chain that if the Phoenicians were coming to North America, would only have to stop at the Azores to restock halfway. So that's a neat little adventure. If you're going to go to North America from Europe, you could do it by stopping over at the Azores. Alright, so that's the information about that. And it says that the storm is still moving. And let's see. The National Hurricane Center is issuing advisories on Tropical Storm Beta, located over the western Gulf of Mexico. On Hurricane Teddy, located over the Central Atlantic. On Tropical Storm Wilfred, located over the eastern tropical Atlantic. Post-tropical Cyclone Paulette is located a few hundred miles south of the Azores and is producing a few showers. This system is drifting southward, marginally warm waters. The cyclone could develop into a tropical or subtropical characteristics by early next week. Oh, so that's a little precursor to what could come in the future. That storm in the Azores. Yeah, so we can see that this gravity well here near, what is it, Paris, pushes out the energy in this direction. And then it's going to take that storm from the Azores and move it down. And then it seems like after that happens, the side angle gravity wells from below the tip of Africa end up pushing it towards the Gulf. Then once storms are captured in the Gulf, they ended up getting pulled on the next major gravity well line towards Northern Europe. So you can see some of these storms are pretty impressive, eh? So there's the chain. It starts from there, the Azores, goes down there, ends up getting pushed back up, boom, around there and there. Isn't it amazing that even in Northern Europe, they have the gravity well there that's spinning and pulling the energy of those storms? It's pretty wild. Alright, let's check some of the information in the South Pole today. Look at the storm formations around these gravity wells. This one usually has good formation. We see that today. Same with this one, a little bit of formation at the center. This one's got a decent amount of spin going around it. Same with this one. This one seems to be arcing quite a bit out. I was wondering what's causing that. Maybe the weather's just updating. This is a live image. It appears the Atlantis gravity well pulls stuff towards it, but the energy pattern from it is so strong shooting out that it just moves it out from there. So it doesn't really get much steam around it. It almost seems like this too, like the gravity well would be refined around it, but the energy pattern's pushing it out. There's some good formation around that well. Alright, so next we're going to go and check in Northern Europe, see what kind of evidence line clouds we have. It's a shame, when I first started this stream there were some really good formations, but they've since dispersed. We had some actual good line patterns. Alright, so let's check the North Pole. The North Pole gravity well has some decent formation around it. Even there you can see like the gravity well pattern in the clouds, right? We'll check Australia, see how their gravity wells are doing. Interesting arc formation. It looks like there's another storm brewing here. And if anyone wants to check out, cities in Asia are often mapped on the gravity well. You can find Pyongyang. Let's check out a few other cities while we're here. Hong Kong. Beijing. Dhaka. Islamabad. Asmara. Adidas. Aba. Kampala. So I don't know if the ancient city builders knew about the gravity well patterns, or if it just happened to be coincidence because geographical patterns are shaped by them. Warsaw, Sofia. Sofia is actually interesting that it's almost in the crisscross of two major lines. Cyprus. Alright, so I don't want to make today's episode too long because I have some more video game information to go over. So before we move on, let's just get a quick message from the sponsor. Today's hurricane gravity well patterns were brought to you by Crack! Crack, it'll fuck you up. Alright, welcome back everyone. That was an interesting message from our sponsor, wasn't it? Alright, let's bring back the weather patterns and we'll finish up today's show. I think is that there's going to be some more activity with hurricanes this year, and I'll be covering that activity. We'll see if that other storm works its way from the Azores. Maybe we'll be covering it next week. If there's any hurricanes or earthquakes or other geographic anomalies such as weather patterns, or we'll see. Pretty much anything we'll be covering on the gravity well maps. Everything is related to gravity. Alright, take care everyone. If you want to help out the Gravity Well show, make sure you can by signing up at Patreon and helping out my show there. We also have the Society 6 store, which I got my merch. Finishing quick is my specialty. The saying that comes on bed sheets. It's very popular with the ladies. Next we have GameKit. GameKit will pay you to be a gamer. Hideout will pay you to watch videos like YouTube, except they give a portion to the viewers, not just the creators. Next we have Bitcoin, the Bitcoin lottery you've seen spins before, and the virtual mate sex machine. It's for adults and men only, but ladies, if you need help in the meantime, you know who to call. I'm just kidding. Anyways, thanks again for watching my show everyone, and if you liked it, don't forget to post a like and a comment in the chat below. I really appreciate all the feedback that I can get, even negative, because I like to hear people's reactions to gravity wells. Did you get sucked into it? Here's the subscribe button and 2 videos, one related to gravity wells. 3 at the same time.